Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to West Milford High School and Tournament Wrestling. John Kovach, James Clarke with you at the side of the mat. For the Passaic County Tournament, we're going to bring you to finals. The third place matches will be going on just beyond us, so you'll see another match going on in the background. James, it's been a busy day of wrestling thus far here at West Milford.
100%. I definitely am enjoying all the awesome wrestling that we've seen here. We're getting ready to do the 106-pound final here, which will be a really exciting one right here. We can take a look at it from our placard right here for the 106-pound final.
We'll have Jemai Howell, a sophomore from Passaic, against Nicholas Newen, a freshman from PCTI. PCTI well represented in the finals. No surprise there. You're going to see a lot of schools with multiple finalists as we move into the afternoon.
I absolutely agree. They've been tearing it up here today, and it's great to see PCTI, Passaic Valley, and many others that have been competing today in this tournament. It just proves that this is a very underrated tournament that we've been putting together here today, and it's just great to see how they've been doing. So I'm really excited about that and seeing what things will be going on as well. So
we're at 106. We're early on, and that's going to be an early takedown
for Nugent here for PCTI.
For Newen of PCTI. He's on the back in the lighter blue, in the blue with red.
And getting the escape
is Howell. Howell gets the escape, trying to get back to his feet.
So everything is looking great here so far.
Another takedown for Newen, and he has a 6-1 lead here in the finals at 106 pounds. The first final that Garden State HS Wrestling will bring you here from West Milford High School.
And it's great to see that the Passaic Indians has really been well represented here today. Like, they've had a couple of kids that have really advanced on to the quarters today. And I know, seeing Howell here today also was definitely a nice finisher to see here as the 8th seed, as he finished here as the 8th seed here in the finals. It's kind of interesting to see how that all worked out. So,
yeah, some of these classes have been anything but chalk. You've had some upsets early on.
Absolutely. That's something about like this in the Morris County tournament. Like, you always see upsets happen. And Howell is the 5th seed here, so he made it to the finals.
Another escape for Howell. Makes it 6-2, 20 seconds to go in the first period. We're in the finals at 106 pounds. Here at the Passaic County Tournament from West Milford High School. Newen trying to turn Howell. I don't think he has enough time to do anything here. And they'll just ride it out. Newen will take a 9-2 lead into the second period.
He's going to make this Howell's choice. And we're going to take bottom here, looking like Newen is going to start bottom to start the second period.
Newen back to his feet. Howell trying for the takedown. Takedown would be big for him here. So 1-point escape for Newen instead makes his lead 10-2.
And getting on the takedown, nice job by him. He got the escape and the takedown, and he's going in. He's getting some back points. Or no, excuse me, he didn't get any back points right there. So, nope, he did. I'm sorry, my apologies. He did get the back points.
2 back points, no takedown on that mat return. But it was a nice double, like a minute 20 to go in the second period, 15-2, and we're getting into tech fall territory for Nicholas Newen of PCTI. Trying to get back to a base is Howell. Howell in the dark blue with the red trim, Newen in the black with the light blue trim. This is a crowded and kind of more than cozy gym here at West Milford High School.
It definitely is. This is my third time being here. I've been here before for the PCTs. I was here for Region 1 2 years ago. And it's a nice, they do a good job here in terms of running a tournament, and they know exactly what they're doing. It's great to see them, and we'd like to thank them for this time for allowing us to cover the PCTs today. We also have the MCTs going on over right now at Mount Olive High School.
And the finals of the Passaic County Tournament are made possible by J. Alexander Fine Jewelers of West Milford, or J. Alexander Fine Jewelers, and Jimmy the Barbers of West Milford. And there's the tech fall. Newen gets the 15-point margin, and he is the 2025 Passaic County 106-pound champ. Nice start for the freshman.
Yeah, that's definitely, he's going to have a bright future for himself.
Follow us on social media. GardenStateHSWrestling.com on Facebook, at Garden State HSW on X, Garden State HS Wrestling on Instagram, and Garden State HS Wrestling on YouTube. GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. Up next, 113-pound final, we have senior Shane Singh of Passaic Valley.
And Muhammad Abahaba from PCTI. He is the junior here who is the top seed here at the PCTs today. And both wrestlers have really impressed here today in the PCTs, and especially with Singh, who's also been really having a really nice senior season so far, as both wrestlers are going out of bounds and getting a restart here at the center of the mat.
Singh in the kind of white with green trim. Abahaba, the gray. Working for wrist and neck control early on in this first period at 113 pounds.
And nice job right there by Singh, trying to throw in a wizard and trying to block off the single right there. As we have Abahaba, who is trying to get in and trying to circle around. He gets the takedown right there. He leads it. It is 3-0 right now over Singh.
3 for Abahaba of PCTI, who has back control now.
And just a lot of this riding, the tough riding going on here right now from Abahaba, who's been doing a really good job of just being able to do what he needs to do to make sure that he is giving his opponent in Singh a hard time.
Riding the back fairly hard. He's not being shy about putting his knees on the back of the thigh on his way over. Singh staying flat, hasn't tried to get a base. Now a roll by Abahaba. Time runs out. 4 back points awarded to Abahaba, and his lead is now 7-0.
And those are some points right there that were very crucial for him to be able to get right at the end of that period.
Neutral start for the second period. Shot for the single leg was by Abahaba, but Singh makes his own shot. He's got the high single now. He's got the right thigh, trying to drive forward. Trying to drive forward is Singh. You can see it in his legs, the effort he's putting into trying to drive this move forward and turn the shoulders of Abahaba.
I was going to say he indicated 3 slightly, and then he waved it right off.
I was watching the scoreboard when you said that, because I saw the same indication, but then he never finished giving it, so we remain 7-0 in favor of Abu Haba. A minute into the second period here. This has been an epic struggle trying to finish this takedown. And now it's Abu Haba on top. He's got Singh in danger right on the edge of the mat. Singh twists out of it, twists into the move.
A 7-point move right there for Abu Haba, who got that. A 7-point move makes it 14-0. Oh, no, excuse me. Yep, it should be 14.
Should 14. Be 14.
14-0 it should be.
And another 2 back points makes it 15, and that's going to be a tech fall.
I believe so. The assistant official is just making sure that is the right call. He is. So he's going to make that call. So 15-0 tech fall there for Abu Haba from PCTI, who gets the victory right here. That's a nice, solid win right there for him to cap off, the day.
2 finals and 2 tech falls here at the PCT finals. John Kovach, James Clarke with you, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. 120-pound final up next. Chase Severs, a junior from Lakeland, versus Joseph Rizzuto, a junior from DePaul. GardenStateHSWrestling.com's high school wrestling coverage is brought to you by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffees. Here we go at 120 pounds. Rizzuto in the green for DePaul. Severs of Lakeland in the black with red.
And Severs earlier, when I saw him in the semifinals, had a really tough 6-0 decision over Jarrett Rodriguez from Clifton, a 6-0 decision. It was a really hard-fought battle there. Rodriguez did everything that he could to stay in the match, but just came up short, and Severs got the win. And that was impressive to see. And Rizzuto close to getting a takedown, but it's being blocked off there by Severs. And one of the things about Lakeland is that they have some really good individuals, and they are a really good individual team. Like, they do really well in tournaments like these.
Rizzuto with the takedown, relentless leg drive by him in that frenetic takedown. He's got 3, but no more, but he has back control over Severs of Lakeland. And DePaul's another school that has multiple finalists. I was really impressed by their showing today.
They've really showcased a lot today. The 12th seed earlier from the 132-pounder when he wrestled Allborn, which we're going to be looking at later, from Pompton Lakes, gave him all that he could. He was the 12th seed, came in, upset Thompson from Clifton, and then he ended up getting a 19-3 tech fall win over Jung from Lakeland, and he gave Allborn from Pompton Lakes all that he possibly could in that final, but came up just short, 6-5. He was leading it, and then a late throw by Allborn put him in the lead and won the match. So DePaul's got a bright future with so many great individual wrestlers.
Rizzuto spent the better part of the period trying to turn Severs, but he's been unable to do so, and the period's going to expire with a 3-0 lead for Rizzuto of DePaul. Our coverage today brought to you by Grasshopper Irish Pub and Restaurant, Thomas Ziegenbalg Insurance, that's a State Farm agency, Frank's Pizza and Italian Restaurant in West Milford, and Motorhead's Garage. Neutral start to the second period. Struggling for collar and elbow control. Then a shot by Rizzuto trying to get the double leg. He chops down Severs, working the legs. He just comes at you when Rizzuto gets you down. Everything is moving.
He's been all over it today. There's no question about how much he's been all over it today with every wrestler that he's been in, and especially what he's given here to Severs right now. It's quite impressive, and just looking at the flexibility and just the aggressiveness, that's something that you got to get into in the sport of wrestling. You have to be going out there aggressive and take advantage of the new scoring system that you have now.
Now Severs got a hold of the leg And we have a stoppage for potentially dangerous hold because he basically had Rizzuto up in the air by the leg.
Yes, and every time that happens, if the 2 feet are off the mat right there, and it looks like it's going to be a slam, an illegal slam, most refs, all the time, are always going to stop that every time. That's just the way that it always is.
Rizzuto in the green for DePaul on the back now. He's got an arm under the chin of Severs of Lakeland, swings his hips over the back. His coach is right here in front of us, and they've been quite enthusiastic trying to get him to turn. Lobbying, somebody behind us is lobbying for a stalling call on Severs. Severs trying to work it through. 25 seconds to go in the second period. 6-0 the lead now for Rizzuto of DePaul.
And just has been an impressive showing here by Rizzuto. It's all been him so far after 2 periods, but coming up in the third, 2 more minutes, things can change drastically in those 2 minutes. So you can't hold your head high too much just yet until that third period comes and when it finishes.
Severs tried to get back to a base, but he was torqued down by Rizzuto. Severs will be on top to start the third period. He has a 6-0 deficit to make up here at 120 pounds in the PCT finals. My first time. This is a nice tournament. It's a good crowd in this gym.
Oh, it's always is. This is a Passaic. It's really an underrated tournament that doesn't really get talked about too much, as far as like everyone talks about HWS, everyone talks about Morris County, and everyone talks about the short conference, but Passaic is right there with everyone else too. This has been a really good tournament today, well-run tournament with some great competition, some great wrestlers that I think after today is going to really spark up some things with the with other people taking a look at them and seeing like how Passaic County is for real.
Rizzuto briefly got back to his feet, could not peel the grasp of Severs off him, didn't get the escape. He's trying again, but this has been really Severs for this third period, holding on and chopping down Rizzuto every time Rizzuto gets back. But we're down to a minute left in which Severs has to make up this 6-point deficit.
Yeah, he's going to have to really do something here quick and get something going. If I was him, I really would have tried earlier in the third period because he looks like he's going to get reversed right there and possibly thrown because he's going to get the reversal. If I was Severs, I would have cut him early and just try a desperation move. What do you got to move at that point?
I was surprised he started on top, to be honest with you. I would have taken, you were down 6, start neutral, try to get 3 and cut the lead in half early.
I think Severs is just really good on top, but Rizzuto's just been, it's all been Rizzuto the entire match here. It's an 8-0 major decision right now with less than 15 seconds left to go in the third.
Rizzuto did get the reversal. Coming up on 5 seconds to go. Still trying to turn shoulders is Rizzuto. He's going to run out of time, though. But with an 8-0 major decision, he is your 120-pound champion, Joseph Rizzuto, the junior from DePaul. You probably heard the emphatic handshakes with his coach as he came off right in front of us. Now his teammate up at 126.
As we have here, this is Jack Lorper from Hawthorne. And this is Rote from DePaul. Lorper really impressed everyone today here at the PCT from Hawthorne. Got 2 tech falls to get here to the finals today, with Rote getting a pin in the quarters and a pin in the semis to get here.
Rote in the green from DePaul. Lorper, the black with blue trim of Hawthorne. Stalemate called, 1:18 left in the first period here at 126. It looks like Lorper may have gotten a finger in the eye. We'll get a stoppage.
We're going to go over to the placard. We'll show you exactly all the information here at 126.
Delvin Rote, sophomore from DePaul. Jack Lorper, junior from Hawthorne. They resume in neutral position. 1:10 left in the first period.
Minute left to go here in the first.
This is interesting with Rote down on one knee, trying to grab. Now he's back to his feet.
And there's Rote.
Three-point takedown. He's on the back now. Has control of the right wrist. His coach is telling him to work lower. He is a little bit high. Has the waist, tries to wrench Lorper down, then abandons that in favor of a single leg attack. Lorper with a leg stretched out, crawls for the boundary and gets there. "13 seconds left in the first period, 126-pound final of the Passaic County Tournament here on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Lorper of Hawthorne in the blue, Rote of DePaul in the green.
3-2 advantage right now for Rote going into the second. This has been a tight battle right here between the two.
It's been a good match.
That's the thing. I mean, both of these guys, I know Lorper had a really nice season from a year ago, and this season he's also just as doing well as well too for Hawthorne, and they got some good individuals too. That's showing a lot of grit for the team and for Lorper as well too to represent here for Hawthorne, and Rote being one of the multiple ones as we talked about earlier from DePaul has also had a really good showing today as well.
Lorper starts on back.
If anybody's interested in team scores right now, the top 5 that we have so far, Clifton is in 5th place, Passaic Valley 4th, DePaul 3rd, Passaic County Technical is in 2nd, and Wayne Valley is currently winning right now just by up 7.5 points right now over PCTI.
That's going to be a good finish, and you're going to see a lot of Wayne Valley wrestlers as we get to the middle weights.
Yeah, once we get to those middle weights and the upper weights a little bit, we're going to really see them well represented. And riding over a minute here in the second period has been Lorper, and he's looking over to the scores table, just making sure that he has enough time in the scoreboard as well. So he's got 50 seconds left to go in the second. He gets hit with a stall. And oftentimes that happens when you're riding on top like that. You have to make sure that you're working to the side, and he wasn't exactly doing that, so that is something that will happen.
Going for the escape is Rote. He doesn't get there. He's brought back down to the mat by Lorper. Lorper working the tight waist. Grabbing the leg is Rote. He's got it reversed. 2 more for him and a 5-2 lead.
And getting hit with that stall has definitely made that difference. Getting hit with that stall really ruined that momentum there for Lorper. And Rote is definitely doing what he can now to ride out the rest of this period right here.
5 seconds to go in the second period. Rote of DePaul in the green with a 5-2 lead as time expires.
Going into the third is going to be very crucial to see what happens as Lorper chooses bottom. So an escape or reversal and then a cut and a takedown will win him the match if he can get there. He's the top seed at 126. So this is going to be extremely crucial right here if that's something that he can do and he can pull off.
Would you go bottom or you go neutral for the takedown?
I think bottom, honestly, when you're looking at it in a wrestling standpoint, as far as it goes, you want to get the extra point. Coaches' theories are you want to be able to get out, and it's the easiest way to get out and get a point. And then a takedown will win the match for Rote. So, or excuse me, for Lorper. So, I think it's a good decision. Just see what you can do from bottom and get out.
Stalemate called. We'll restart with Lorper on the bottom. 1:36 left in the third period. We're in the finals at 126 pounds in the PCT tournament live from West Milford High School. Rote has the half. He's got the tight waist. Let's go to half and decides now to focus on the legs. Drives the shoulder forward.
Everything's looking good so far for a Rote here. Everything's working out to his favor so far. Just has to keep working to the side here or hook the ankle on, and then he'll be fine. And trying to Granby out of it. It was a nice little Granby there for for Lorper, and Lorper gets the reversal there. It's 5-4, under a minute left to go, and the coaches, Hawthorne coaches, are telling Lorper, cut him here, because the takedown will win it if he cuts him.
Which he does. Concedes the neutral, goes back to the center of the mat. Shot by Rote, fended off. Nice sprawl there by Lorper, who's got the underhooks in.
I'm very surprised that Rote tried to get in on a shot like that, and it was good by Lorper to block off of it, and Rote is gonna, looks like he's near the takedown. He gets the takedown right there. Extends the lead, 9-4.
5-point lead for Rote with 10 seconds to go in regulation here at 126 pounds.
And that looks like that's going to do it there for Dalvin Rote of DePaul is your winner here at 126 pounds.
And that's going to figure into the team standings, obviously.
Yeah, definitely getting that win right there, too.
Back-to-back championships by DePaul.
As we head now over to the 132-pound final. We have Christopher Alborn from Pompton Lakes, a senior, and Jesse Arajo, a senior from West Milford. West Milford had a couple of guys that really showed up well here today at the PCTs. It's impressive to see how well they've been able to do. And they're just moving right along here. We're wasting no time.
This is going to be a quick afternoon.
They're also pulling the winners, every winners and all the medal winners. They're placing them outside as well, too, because they also got the stand. So they're also making sure that they're also getting that in as well.
Arajo in the black and white and gold of the Highlanders of West Milford. Alborn in the maroon and black.
Would be just such a special moment right here if he could win it in his home gym. Is Arajo.
Thought about giving points.
And as mentioned earlier for Alborn, as he gets the takedown, leads at 3-0. Almost was upset in the semifinal round to DePaul's wrestler Tiemann. Tiemann was trailing after 2 periods, 4-1, and getting that takedown right in was Alborn. Got the takedown, got the 2 back points, ended up winning the match 6-5. It was an exciting semifinal round at 132, and for him to be able to get here to the finals as well too, and has already gotten the takedown here, just shows the perseverance of him and his team.
Alborn of Pompton Lakes in the maroon and black with a 3-1 lead after that escape by Arajo. Nice job of sidestepping that shot by the West Milford wrestler, who sidesteps another and drives Alborn down. Alborn tries it again, and now Arajo locks up. 30 seconds to go in the first period. 3-1 the lead for Alborn of Pompton Lakes here at 132 pounds. Trying to swing his hips around the back and turn with the near leg is Arajo. 3 points on the takedown and a 4-3 lead. 10 seconds to go in the first period. I thought that whistle was our mat. It was the next mat over.
Yeah, because they're wrestling the third place matches over the mat across from us. It's 4-3 right now for Araujo from West Milford. He's leading this right now as he chooses bottom.
Deferral by Alborn, and Araujo takes bottom. As you said, James Clarke.
Of course, yes, I know. We got a lot of J's here at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We got a John, we got two Jameses, we got a Jared. We're gonna have to start getting some nicknames. We also got Jack as well too, our cameraman. So we got a lot of J's in this company. The J crew.
I think that's trademarked, so we'll stay away from J crew for today.
Nah, J's are the best, man. That's the way I look at it.
It is true. 3-point takedown for Araujo, and an 8-3 lead with a minute and a half to go.
As he has control of the wrist, wants to try to roll through it, but nothing's really doing there for him.
Doesn't really have the leverage to do it the way he's at. 1 minute to go in the second period. Araujo of West Milford up 8-3, and an emphatic mat return there. Just picked up Alborn and drove him forward. Swings the hips again. Now he's locked in. He's got shoulder. He had thigh. Let's go of it. Now try to chop the far arm down. We've got a whistle, and we have a stalling caution. Oh, no, excuse me. We have a blood stoppage. Want to become a sponsor? There are sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page, or email admin at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site, your tournaments, as we're bringing you today. And we'll get back to you. A couple of businesses that decided to become sponsors. Jimmy the Barbers at 1811B Union Valley Road in West Milford. And J. Alexander Fine Jewelers of Hewitt, New Jersey.
We'll get right back into the center. 39 seconds left to go in a second.
Alborn gets up, tries to escape, but he's swept right back down by Araujo, who has an 8-3 lead. But now swinging the hips and getting the reversal is Alborn. Back to his feet and escaping for a point is Araujo, excuse me. 9-5 to West Milford wrestler leads in the second period here at 132 pounds. And they're out of bounds. A little closer to the stands than you might have wanted that.
There's a stall warning there on Araujo, and the reason for that is because he pushed Alborn out of bounds, and that they'll hit you with that every time. That's one of those rules that they've been doing for this year. Is if you're the offensive wrestler and you push your opponent out of bounds, it's stalling.
That penalty point makes it 9-6. We're within a takedown of a tie match. We're about to start the third period. That's going to be delayed by a blood timeout.
Why don't you go ahead and follow us on social media, on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. And be sure to also hit the little like button down below on our stream, and also hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs. We are the premier high school wrestling coverage in the state of New Jersey. It's your teams, it's your counties, and it's your site. It's what we call GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
And you can also see us on YouTube. And the beauty is, like today, we're here at the PCTs, still in a blood stoppage. Christopher Alborn trailing Jesse Araujo of West Milford, 9-6, about to start the third period, 132. We're here. MCTs are going on at Mount Olive High. They probably haven't started. If they haven't started, they're just about to start the finals there. You can watch the PCTs live. And then you can order a pizza and watch the MCT finals live at your leisure. Or you might want to watch the MCT, but you know what? Hey, I want to see what happened up at West Milford. So tonight I'll watch the PCT finals.
Yeah, these finals are going by pretty quick here. We went through 106 to 126 pretty quickly here, and we're getting into the third period here at 132. I think they're just checking for an injury right now here on Auburn, as we still have the placard up, but we're going to get ourselves back into action right here. So Auburn is choosing bottom to start.
They taped up his nose during that stoppage. Trying to peel the grip off and get back to his base is Alborn. Araujo of West Milford in the white with black and gold on the back, trying to keep him down. 9-6 to score. In Araujo's favor.
He's trying to get into that leg hooked up right there is Araujo.
Yeah, that was interesting. You watched the two of them each trying to hook the other's leg.
And that's something about Araujo. He's just been he's so strong for a 132 pounder. Like, not that any of them are strong, but at 132 is mostly technically sounded things. So.
And we're going to have another blood stoppage. They taped up the outside of Alborn's nose. And they are starting the blood timer now. Again, we're coming to you live from West Milford High School, the Passaic County Tournament Finals. We're at 132 pounds. And we're not done with tournaments. We'll have more tournaments as the season reaches its end. Plenty of wrestling this week. Today's coverage and our coverage all season long is sponsored by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. We resume at 120. No takedown as Araujo twists Alborn down to the mat, twists him down again. The feet moving. We're inside a minute in regulation at 132 pounds. Alborn tried to roll through that.
He tried to get him in a cement mixer, and just Araujo's strength, like I was saying before, for a 132 pounder, he is so physical.
He's physical. He's got that build. He's not tall. He's not lanky, but he's just solid, and it looks like he would be very difficult to move.
Yeah, he definitely has been in control this entire match right here. And now he's getting some back points there on Auburn, and we'll see if he can finish the pin.
He has Auburn's shoulders exposed. He doesn't have them down yet. Right in front of us. Trying to put his weight onto Alborn's chest. 5 seconds left in regulation. 2, 1. No pin. 4 back points. And a 13-6 victory. Flexing for the crowd. Here at his home gym is Araujo of West Milford, the 132-pound champion of the 2025 PCTs. We'll move on to 138 pounds, Noah Zindaki. Of Wayne Valley, a senior, Isaiah Hernandez. A DePaul sophomore, there's DePaul again, there's Wayne Valley. They're going to face off for the 138-pound championship.
Yep, we're getting right there already. We're meeting at the meat of Wayne Valley's lineup here at 138, 144, 150. We got a lot of Wayne Valley coming up.
You're going to see a lot of Wayne Valley. You'll see a little bit more DePaul. Zindaki with a handful of leg gets the takedown. Let's go, gets right back up top. He's working high on Hernandez. Has the shoulders turned. 2 points. And a reversal there, there's the reversal. 5-2 now. She had 2 more for Zindaki, and then a 2-point reversal for Hernandez before they landed out of bounds. Zindaki of Wayne Valley in the blue will start on bottom. Hernandez of DePaul in the green. Hernandez rolls Zindaki a couple of times. They're out. We've got 1 point escape for Zindaki, 5-3.
Zindaki, the top seed here today, got a bye in the pre-quarters, got a pin in the quarterfinals, and then got a pin at the 2-minute mark in the semifinals. As for Hernandez, same thing with him, got a bye in the pre-quarters, got a pin in the quarterfinal, pin in the quarterfinals, and then got a pin in the semis. And both are 1 and 2 seeds respectively. And it's been great showings here by both teams and wrestlers here today. Make things interesting here right now, John, as I'm looking at the team scores. We got Wayne Valley in the lead over PCTI right now by 15.5 points. But you also got James Conklin coming up at 157. That's going to make things interesting there for him. And we'll see what happens, but this is looking like right now with 15.5 points and ahead right now, based off of what I'm looking at right now, it's looking like it's a Wayne Valley win right now. Not to jinx anything, but that's what it's looking like right now because PCTI is coming up at 157, and that's all. That's all right there. And they got the win at 113.
Hernandez with the takedown cuts the lead to 6-5. A second and change left in the first period. They'll just gonna finish it out in the referee's position. 6-5 in favor of Zindaki as we enter the second period at 138 pounds. Big mat return by Hernandez, who's now on the back. They're going to stop it for potentially dangerous.
It looks like the band right there just came off on Zindaki. Looked like he had that on there. It was from the athletic trainers here, and he throws it off the mat.
Hernandez on top to start. Torques Zindaki down to the mat. Tries to create an opening to move with the upper body. Zindaki back to his base. Hernandez is like determined to continue to ride this as Zindaki keeps getting back to all 4 points of his base.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something that Coach Schroeder's definitely been showing in the Wayne Valley wrestling room. I mean, that's just something that they all practice on. It's just keeping on a good base and working offensive moves and just keep moving. And that's what all the Wayne Valley wrestlers that we've been seeing today, that's exactly what they've been doing. And it's working out for them well.
Stoppage, out of bounds. We'll come back to the middle. Zindaki of Wayne Valley in the blue on the bottom. Hernandez of DePaul on top. Right back to his feet is Zindaki, not having any of it is Hernandez with a big mat return. Kind of blocked by Zindaki. No points given there. Zindaki trying to peel the wrist off, trying to peel the grip off. Coming across under the chin is Hernandez. He's rolled Zindaki. They're close to the boundary, close to the edge of the mat. Now they're out of bounds.
26 seconds left to go in the second. as we get a restart here.
Hernandez just really wants to lift Zindaki up and bring him back to the mat.
He's just been doing phenomenal with that. I mean, if you can wrestle on top like this, that's quite impressive. And that's exactly what he's been doing. And Zindaki is a really tough wrestler in his own way for the William Valley Indians. And it's great to see him be able to represent for them. But a great job by Hernandez just riding out those 2 periods, because after one period, the first period, it was all 6-5 there, and there was no scoring. Correct me if I'm wrong, John.
No scoring in the second.
Yeah, no scoring in the second.
Hernandez of DePaul in the green will start on bottom for the 3rd period at 138 pounds. Zindaki of Wayne Valley on top. Hernandez trying to peel. He's brought back down by Zindaki. Zindaki has the waist. He tried to turn shoulders, couldn't do anything from where he was. Like he's a little high to do that. 2-point move for Zindaki. His lead's up to 8-5 now. 1-point neutral for Hernandez, 8-6, 1:24 left in regulation at 138 pounds. We have a injury stoppage.
Well, you go ahead and follow us on social media, on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. And like and subscribe on our YouTube page as well, and hit the notification bell. So anytime that we go live streams, if we have any live streams like we do today, or if we drop a new podcast in, that way you guys will be notified anytime that we have any of our wrestling coverage, bringing it all to you. It's your teams, it's your counties, and it's your sites, what we call GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
Today's coverage of the PCT Finals brought to you by J. Alexander Fine Jewelers,jalexanderjewelers.com, and Jimmy the Barbers, 1811B Union Valley Road in West Milford. And you can thank them for allowing us to bring you this coverage today. Do you want to become a sponsor like they did? We have opportunities on our team pages and our live stream coverage. How do you become a sponsor? Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page, or email admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We'll get back to you within 24 hours. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site.
As we're taking a look here at the placard, we're finishing up on our injury time right now, with Zindaki of Wayne Valley leading this right now over Isaias Hernandez of DePaul. And Hernandez has a single leg thrown in there, sweeps by, close to, he was very close in finishing the takedown and throwing in a nice whizzer there is Hernandez. And Hernandez, nice little scramble there by both wrestlers.
It's a great scramble, and I think Zindaki can come out on top. Has the back exposed. 3 points for Zindaki. And an 11-6 lead.
Coach Schroeder was just telling them, stay right there, and lost the footing right out of the out-of-bounds line.
They were on their tiptoes. You talk about fingertip catches tomorrow in the conference championships.
My goodness.
That's a toe tap right there.
Oh, you don't ever see anything like that. Like his foot just barely got out.
If he cut his toes last night, they would have been out about 10 seconds early.
Yes, definitely. I agree with that.
Now it's Zindaki in the blue. He adds to 17-6 his lead now. And that scramble where Hernandez really went for it ends up with Zindaki riding it out, turning it, swinging the momentum, and now building an 11-point lead with coming up on 15 seconds to go.
Going to get an escape there for Hernandez. It's a 10-point lead right now for Hernandez. Only 13 seconds left to go. We got to go with desperation move right here. Got to go as soon as you go off the whistle. But it's looking like this is going to be a Zindaki win right here at 138.
Stalling warning against Zindaki. That ends up being a point for Hernandez. And a stoppage with 0.4 of a second left in regulation.
This is all Zindaki right here. This is something that Wayne Valley definitely needed a win right here for him, and they're going to do just that. And a little bit of chippiness there right at the end. They're going to shake hands. Zindaki did a good job, now there's some words being exchanged here between both wrestlers.
Officials getting between them.
And, yep, the officials and coaches are getting in between there, just making sure that there's nothing crazy going on.
Keep it. Up next at 144 pounds, Ryan Langenmeyer, a senior from Lakeland. Cole Perry, a senior from Wayne Valley. Langenmeyer in the white and red. He'll be the red. Perry in the blue of Wayne Valley. We're at 144 pounds in a finals that are flying by.
Oh, we're at the halfway mark already. It's been a nicely run tournament. We're making good time right here, right now with these guys, and it's great to see this tournament run so nicely. Just to talk a little bit about Langenmeyer too from earlier, he definitely is one of those wrestlers for Lakeland that's been around seemingly for a long time, and here in his senior year, he's going to want to cap it off with definitely being on the podium at Atlantic City later on this season as both wrestlers go out of bounds. And just to talk a little bit about how both wrestlers got here. Langenmeyer got here. He got a bye in the pre-quarters, got a tech fall 18-2 in the first period in the quarterfinals, and then he got a tech fall 15-0 in the semis. And Perry got here with getting a bye in the pre-quarters, got a pin in the quarterfinals, and won 12-10 in the semifinal round in a really interesting matchup right there with what looked like he was in control for most of it, and his opponent that he was wrestling there, Ale from PCTI, was right there with him, and was hanging on there and made the deficit look a little bit closer than what it was, and Perry was able just to come out on top with that. And
I think Langenmeyer took a finger in the eye accidentally, and I think we're going to have a stoppage.
Yep, I think we're taking just a little bit of some injury time here.
Yeah.
And we'll get right back into the action right here.
They shake hands. No intent there.
As I always say with the poking in the eyes, a Three Stooge move right there. And I was talking about it too with James DeCuto the other day, and he knew who they were too. I didn't know that many people that are my age or younger would know too much about them.
Are we down a Stooge?
They're classic.
Perry of Wayne Hills hanging off the back of Langenmeyer. Langenmeyer almost had the shoulders exposed and ends up taking a 3-point takedown out of this and a 3-point lead as time winds down on the first period at 144 pounds here in the Passaic County Tournament Finals on GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
But give credit to Perry wrestling a really tough first period. Like, this has been, Langenmeyer definitely is one of those wrestlers for sure that you want to watch out for. But for Perry to be able to just go into the second period, going in 3-0, that's got to be a motivating thing for him.
Yeah.
And if he can last for 6 minutes here with Langenmeyer, that's huge. That's a motivational thing right there that you got to really look into when you're the underdog.
Langenmeyer with the early escape builds his lead to 4-0. That shot takes everybody out of bounds. Will restart at the center of the mat. Shot for the single leg by Langenmeyer in the white and red. Doesn't finish it. Now Perry of Wayne Valley. They're locked up on one arm. Push it apart. Now the shot by Langenmeyer again. Tries to go over the back. That's just good mat wrestling. 3-point takedown by Langenmeyer. Ups his lead to 7-0. Langemeyer in the white and red on the back. Perry of Wayne Valley in the blue, trying to work back to a base.
Langemeyer just trying to ride to the side and see if he can get something going here. We're going to get the escape right there for Perry. He gets the escape and makes it now. It's 7-1. Cuts the lead. And he got it on his first shot right there is Perry. But Langemeyer grabbing onto that right ankle right there on Perry, trying to roll right through it and get a scrambling position. Get stoppage there for potentially dangerous.
I wondered when that was going to come, because there were some angles there that I haven't seen a lot during my 59 years.
Yeah, the most of the times when you're looking at the officials, they do absolutely look into those close shots right there and just watch like the little things right there, because one little slip up right there and you know you're in a dangerous position and you want to be able to stop it as best as you can.
That was an interesting exchange there, as each kind of had the chin of the other, and they kept trying to corkscrew around.
I mean, they both have been trying, and Perry's definitely been aggressive in this second period. He's gone in. That was the second shot that he was getting in on Langemeyer.
But he goes to the third period, trailing 7-1 in the 144-pound final. Perry on bottom in the blue, Langemeyer of Lakeland on back in the white with red. And we'll get you a team update shortly, as it'll be affected by Wayne Valley and how they do here. Perry of Wayne Valley trailing 7-1. Minute and a half to go in regulation. Langemeyer of Lakeland with wrist control on the back. Working his feet forward, getting back to a base is Perry. He looks like he's trying to find a way out. I think he thought sitting switch. I think he thought power out of it and peel out of it. But Langemeyer's just relentless on clamping down on Perry from behind.
It's just been impressive. It really has been. But for Perry, too, to really be able to get in close on shots on Langemeyer has just been outstanding. And now he gets hit with a stall warning. It'll be interesting to see what he decides to do here in the third. He's up 7-1, 51 seconds left to go. I'm thinking if you're Langemeyer, just cut him right here and just try to work for the major and get the win at 10-2. That's what I would do, personally.
Tried for the sit and switch.
And gets the escape right there. Makes it 7-2. And again, like we've been saying, really with Perry, he's been taking shots. He's not scared to take shots on Langemeyer.
Hey, why not? Do it. Make something happen. He's down 5 with 25 seconds to go in regulation. Perry in the blue.
Gets stoppage there for a stalemate. 18.5 seconds left to go. Trying to see if he can spin around and get the takedown. 10 seconds left to go. The shoelaces on the mat of the sprawl right there for Perry. He ain't going to give up anything right here. 5 seconds to go.
No, I think the coach wanted Perry to swing it at, and that's a little bit too late. And with a 7-2 decision.
And a little bit of chippiness going on right there between the two, Langemeyer and Perry. You know, good job by Perry, you know, making sure he doesn't get himself involved in it and everything, but.
And Langemeyer waving to the crowd.
And they're going to take away, looks like they're going to take away a team point there for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Lakeland just lost a point for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Jimmy the Barbers, 111B Union Valley Road in West Milford, New Jersey, 078-074-80. Alexander Fine Jewelers at 1935 Union Valley Road in Hewitt, New Jersey, 078-074-21. Now we'll get here to the 150-pound final.
Gotten a little bit chippy the end of a couple of matches here.
Up next here we have, here at 150 pounds now, it's Adam Suzay from Wayne Valley, and we have Christopher Murcia from Pompton Lakes.
Suzay in the blue of Wayne Valley, Murcia the maroon and black of Pompton Lakes.
Christian Murcia, excuse me.
Each trying to get the shot on the other. Murcia now has the leg, trying to go for the takedown. He's got him locked up now.
And got that takedown is Murcia.
Has control. If he could turn the shoulders, he's in a really good position here. Opts to switch to a tight waist crossface. Now he's got control of both wrists. Sitting switch by Suzay. Gets a point for the escape. Makes it 3-1. Just under a minute left in the first period here at 150 pounds. Shot at the double leg by Suzay. Gets one down, swings his hips, trying to make something happen. Does get on top. They're just barely inbounds. 3 points now for Suzay. He takes a 4-3 lead. Riding the back, trying to chop Murcia down.
Going to get themselves a little bit of some aggressive wrestling here from both wrestlers, and a little bit of a slam on the mat there a little bit. Shook it up a little bit as Murcia, but he's getting right back into the center. The Coach Mahoney is telling him just get right back up and get right back into the center.
Murcia in the red and black of Pompton Lakes tries to escape and is taken right back to the mat by Suzay, and he's grabbing at his leg. We've got an injury stoppage here.
Be sure to follow us on social media, on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. And if you're watching this stream on YouTube today, or if you're tuning in to the MCT, hit that little like button down below on our streams. And also hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs, whether we have any upcoming live streams coming up, or if we are dropping any new podcasts. It's what we call GardenStateHSWrestling.com, the premier high school wrestling coverage in the state of New Jersey. As we show up the placard right here, Adam Suzay, from the senior from Wayne Valley, and Christian Murcia, the sophomore from Pompton Lakes. And just to talk a little bit about how both of these wrestlers got here today. At 150 in the finals, we know Murcia got here. He is the top seed here. Got a pin in the quarterfinals round, won 7-2, and a really good 7-2 win over Anthony Nahias from Lakeland. And Suzay got here by getting a tech fall in the quarterfinals, and got a 19-16 decision in a high-scoring match against Vasquez from Manchester Regional. It's quite of a high-scoring affair right there.
Would like to have seen that one.
It was right over here. I know I was watching a little bit before while we were getting the placards ready for today, and watching that matchup right there and just paying attention to the finals matchups and things like that. Was a really, really nice match. I mean, Vasquez definitely did a good job making sure that he was staying on top and doing what he could, but just came up short.
4-3 after one. Suzay of Wayne Valley in the lead over Murcia of Pompton Lakes. He's in the Cardinals maroon and black. Suzay in the blue of Wayne Valley. Your current team leaders.
Yeah, Suzay definitely one of them for sure. They lost a couple tough ones there. They lost a tough one at 144 earlier, but it puts them in a driver's seat right now, unless if Conklin could do something here at 157, as we're going to be seeing coming up from PCTI. That'll be a good final to see. Conklin's been on a mission this year from PCTI, and we'll definitely be excited to see what he can do for that. And Murcia had a good freshman year, and coming off in his sophomore year as well, too. He's expected to do some really good things for Pompton Lakes. And when we saw them earlier, John, Pompton Lakes has a lot of good wrestlers.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that's a team that I think with another year of experience, I think next year you see a lot more from Pompton Lakes.
I think so. I think their future's bright. And so is Wayne Valley as well, too. They're already at the top right now of their section.
3-point takedown there for Suzette, who's on top and trying to turn Mercia's shoulders. 8-3 to lead for Suzette of Wayne Valley. He's in the blue. Suzette chops Mercia down, can't turn him. Back to a base as Mercia tries a switch, can't get there. Suzette grabs the arm, bars the left arm now. This just a test of strength down below as Suzette tries to bring that arm in so he can do something in terms of turning Mercia's shoulders. 15 seconds to go in the second period. 10. Garden State HSWrestling.com's coverage of New Jersey high school wrestling is brought to you all year by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. Here we go, the third period at 150 pounds. Suzette of Wayne Valley with an 8-3 lead over Mercia of Pompton Lakes. Mercia shoots, has one leg, but I don't know if he's going to be able to draw it in and do anything with it.
Yeah, I don't know if he's kind of in that position, just in the out of bounds realm. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard to be able to do something when you're right at the edge right there.
Also, when you're that low to the mat, I mean, all your opponent's got to do is twist, turn. You know, if you're both up in a neutral position and you get it and you can make a spectacular, takedown, you're going to get to 3. When you're that low, it's going to be tough to get. There's 3 more for Suzette. His lead now 11-3. That's going to be a major decision to add to Wayne Valley's score if the score stays the same.
Yeah, I mean, he's up already, 11-3 right now. He's just been in control. I mean, let go, obviously, has slipped away a little bit earlier in the first, but it's all been Suzette. It's all been him throughout the rest of the match after that.
Suzette has the cross face in, loses it. Now he's got the arm bent back.
And it looks like we're going to get some stoppage right there, so while we're doing that.
Jimmy the Barbers. 1811B Union Valley Road in West Milford. They're next to the West Milford Florist. Hours Tuesday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4-ish. Jimmy the Barbers, 1811B Union Valley Road, West Milford. And J. Alexander Fine Jewelers, 1935 Union Valley Road, Hewitt, New Jersey. JAlexanderJewelers.com. We want to thank them for allowing you to watch on Garden State HSWrestling.com today's PCT tournament finals. Other sponsors today include Grasshopper Irish Pub and Restaurant, Thomas Ziegenbalg Insurance, that's State Farm Agency, Frank's Pizza and Italian Restaurant of West Milford, that sounds good, and Motorhead's Garage. This is a blood stoppage with 32.8 seconds to go at 150 pounds. Adam Suzette, senior of Wayne Valley, with an 11-3 lead over the Pompton Lakes sophomore, Christian Mercia.
And what I was indicating earlier from the official, a lot of blood.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a cleanup here.
And one of the favorites of someone I know very well, every time I say blood time, she really gets excited about it every time that I mention the words blood time. So it looks like it's going to take just a little bit more, I would say about another minute or two. So why don't we go ahead, let's talk about our social media. You can follow us on social media on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. And like and subscribe for everything that we have provided here for today in terms of the PCTs and the MCT as well too, which will be filming the finals later on this evening. And also hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs, whether if we have any upcoming live streams or podcasts, things of that nature. It's what we call GSHSWrestling.com. It's your teams, it's your counties, and it's your site.
About to resume at 150 pounds, 32.8 seconds left in regulation. 11-3 to lead for Suzay of Wayne Valley. He's on top. Mercia of Pompton Lakes is in the red. He's on bottom. Just took a ride down. 23 seconds to go in regulation. Trying to turn the shoulders is Suzay. Instead, Mercia gets the escape, and he's aggressively trying to finish this match. Brings Suzay back in. He's trying to turn the shoulders. Suzay shifts momentum, drives forward. Now 3 for the takedown for Suzay. 14-4 his lead. 3 seconds to go. He's just going to hold that quarter Nelson. Take the 10-point major decision for Wayne Valley. 14-4. And Adam Suzay is your champion at 150 pounds of the 2025 Passaic County Tournament. Coming up next, James Conklin, senior from Passaic County Tech, PCTI. Nick Treverio, a junior from the host West Milford. In the final at 157 pounds.
We'll get ourselves started right here. James Conklin, as we talked about from earlier, you know, one of those great wrestlers for PCTI and is poised to have a nice senior season as he gets in on that takedown.
Just drove through, rolled with it, did everything he could. In favor of Conklin, but rolling that through until Conklin comes out on top was Treverio. But now a 6-1 lead for Conklin, and he's circling. He wants the 6 here.
He does, and you know, at this point now we're already at 157 with other ones coming up right now. As we kind of refresh the page right now, it's looking like it's going to be all Wayne Valley. They're up here 25. They're up by 25.5 points right now. So even with a pin right here for Conklin, this is going to be really a Wayne Valley victory right here as a team. But, you know, they've well represented themselves earlier today, as so is DePaul. And Pompton Lakes also came in as well, too, looking like they're going to be in the 4th place finish right there. But still right in it right now with Passaic Valley and Clifton are right there, too. So looks like it's going to be Passaic Valley, Clifton kind of battling out for the top 4 to finish up there in the 4th place as a team.
10-1 the lead for Conklin, make it 14-1. And he's 2 points away from a Tech, which he might get right here if he gets 2 back points.
He does.
He does, and it's a Tech fall right at the end of the first period for Conklin of PCTI. Up next, Chad McConnell, sophomore from Pompton Lakes. He's in the maroon and black. And Joe Gilletta, senior from Clifton, in a 165-pound final.
This shall be a really, really good final right here. I'm calling this right now, John. This could be outstanding wrestler worthy right here. As you take a look, Gilletta's coming in from the other side. As he runs out, and just comes in as like he's ready for his next UFC fight. Just a dramatic
down
way.
Through the crowd. The only way to tell these two apart, by the way, there are no stripes on McConnell's headgear. His right hand is taped, and there's more black on the back of the uniform of Pompton Lakes that's worn by sophomore Chad McConnell.
But this, I'm going to call this right now, John. I think this is going to be outstanding wrestler worthy right here. If it's not, it's a crime. No, I'm just kidding. But this is going to be, this is the marquee matchup that I think if you follow Passaic County Wrestling, everyone's following this one.
Out of bounds stoppage, just 12 seconds into the first period. We're at 165 pounds. The Passaic County Tournament on GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
Just to talk a little bit about how both wrestlers got here today. McConnell got the pin in the quarterfinals and then got an 18-3 tech fall win in the second period in the semis. As Goleta got here, he got a pin in the quarterfinals and got a tough 7-0 decision over Orlando from DePaul from earlier, the advance here to the finals for today. He also had a tough one in the quarters too by the one kid from Passaic.
Goleta with the shot, takes everything out of bounds.
And we get stoppage there for stalling, and then we got injury time.
Own a local business? Good time to become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities are available for team pages and live stream coverage. How do you become a sponsor? Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We'll be back in touch with you within 24 hours. About to restart in the neutral position. Minute 5 left in the first period, 165 pounds. Goleta versus McConnell. Clifton versus Pompton Lakes. No score so far. It's been quite back and forth. Goleta with a hold on the leg, trying to pull it back in. They're just out of bounds. We'll restart. 38 seconds to go in the first.
Could be our first, well, I don't want to jinx anything, but, but it could be our first scoreless match of the day, really, after, well, not of the day, but at least in the finals, at least, after one period.
It's been I've been really impressed by the tournament. Trying to snap Goleta over is McConnell. Can't finish it. Goleta blocks it. He's trying to wrench McConnell back onto the mat. They're right on the line. Attempted a lift by Goleta. Can't finish it.
As the Clifton coach is, of course, in the middle of the shot right there. And, you know, that's something we just got to make sure that we, you know, something that we can't really control at that point there, as they were in front of our our cameras right there at GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
No score after one. The 165-pound final. Chad McConnell of Pompton Lakes with Cardinals on the back of his singlet. Joe Goleta of Clifton. The Mustang on the back of his. Goleta will start down.
And this is also a rematch from last year because Goleta got a 5-1 win here last year in this same gym in this final here at 165. So a rematch of this year. I'm sure McConnell is definitely going to want to get his revenge here as we have a 1-0 lead here right now.
Goleta turned into that, stood up, and got the 1-point escape. Stalemate called. They'll restart.
Try to get in on a shot was McConnell.
Another stalemate. Goleta measures, takes a shot, goes down to a knee. Now trying to grab neck. They're each trying to get the other's upper body. Back to their feet, locked up. Minute to go in the second period. 1-0 Gilletta with the lead. Gilletta fakes the shot. Now a shot by McConnell.
That's just something about Gilletta that he is so defensive with his wrestling. He's very good in defensive ways. Like, it's really hard to take him down.
Right now, he's got an arm full of McConnell's right leg, and he's trying to make something happen with that.
Nothing's
They're out of
there.
bounds.
Nothing's happening right there at the edge of the mat. And McConnell's not happy about something right now. I think they wanted, I think they're arguing, I think they wanted a stalling call on Gilletta or a fleeing the mat call right there. Well, yep, they got the extra point right there, so Gilletta leads at 2-0, so it's a stall there on McConnell.
Yeah, I think that's what surprised him. We had another stalemate called. Might be the most even match I've seen this year of all of the matches we've covered.
Yeah, this definitely has. We haven't seen really as far as the scoring goes this year. And I can't recall very many low-scoring matches this year. Like, I don't see, like, the typical.
Here and there. But in terms of the techniques, in terms of matching each other move for move.
Like, there hasn't been, like, any 1-0 decision wins. Like, there had been numerous of them in the past.
Yeah, here and there. I think that was one of the things they wanted to address with the three-point takedowns.
And they just wanted to make sure that there was, like, action going. Like, back then, like last year, you wouldn't see as much high-scoring matches like we've been seeing this year.
But I'm also one of those people. You can have a good 3-0 football game. You can have a good 2-0. You can have a great 2-0 wrestling match.
And quite truthfully, I like defensive wrestling. That, to me, that is the highlight of my day if I see a defensive wrestling match.
Agree, and I think that's what we're seeing right here. Another stalemate, another restart. 1:25 left in regulation. 2-0 the lead for Gilletta of Clifton. McConnell's got to push forward here. He's a little flat-footed at the moment. I think if he could push this forward and try something. Another stalemate.
McConnell just has to be careful. He's got to circle in, otherwise he's going to get hit again.
Starts to circle into his right. They wave off the stall. Now he tries to take down, but that's out of bounds.
Right at the end of out of bounds right there. That is crucial right there. Crucial wrestling.
38.7 seconds to go in regulation. 2-0 the lead at 165 pounds for Joe Gilletta of Clifton.
And it's all been upper body strength. Like, we haven't seen very many, like, technical shots. It's all been upper body, Roman Greco-like.
Greco-Roman stuff, yep.
Greco-Roman, excuse me.
That's okay.
Mix up my words sometimes, but it's been a long day.
Yeah,
for
let
both
the
of us.
Romans have top billing for a change.
And trying to see if he can get out, and McConnell's got the leg hooked in there.
McConnell's got the leg. If he can finish this takedown, he could still win this.
But I don't know. It's 5 seconds to go. I think this is looking like a Gilletta win.
When you talk about the strength of Gilletta as a defensive wrestler, he swung his hips there and kept himself out of danger.
He did.
And holds on for the 2-0 lead and the championship at 165 pounds.
It was great defensive wrestling right there. All upper body strength, as we said, like Greco-Roman, like it was an impressive win there by Joe Gilletta. Congratulations to him for a great win.
I think you were right in what you said at the outset. I think you have your match of the, so far, your match of the day right there. Up next, 175-pound final. Cody Anish Farrell, a senior from DePaul, versus William Capizzi, a junior from Passaic Valley. Capizzi in the white with green, a hornet on the back. Farrell, the green and he's the green anklet. 175 pounds. We are flying through this tournament.
This is 4 bouts left to go, 4 finals left to go. 175, 190, 215, 285. We're really doing well over here at the PCTs today. And both wrestlers are green, but one of them has to be red. Might as well give all the predominantly green wrestler the green anklet.
It just makes sense. You know, you've got Capizzi of Passaic Valley. He's in the white with green trim. Farrell of DePaul in the predominantly green singlet. He's the green. He's got a handful of legs, and he's got the takedown and 3 points. And that was close to going into the stands.
Yeah, that was.
Capizzi was not happy about that.
And Farrell's going to cut him.
3-1 now. The lead for Farrell. Some pushing there. Clash, and this is, I don't think that exchange is over with yet.
You never know. You never know. As Capizzi is definitely, as you can see, he definitely is showing aggressiveness now, but he's got to do something. He gets hit with a stall warning, and the Passaic Valley coaches are just not very happy about that. They do not like that, but it's the call. If the offensive wrestler pushes you out of bounds, you're getting hit with stalling. Just the way that rule is. And
another 3-point takedown for Farrell, and a shot to the head. A shot to the head by Capizzi, and he loses a penalty point. So a 3-point takedown, 1 point for the unnecessary roughness, and a 7-1 lead for Farrell of DePaul into green. He cuts Capizzi, makes it 7-2 with 35 seconds left in the first period. Capizzi fakes the shot, comes back up, they lock up upper body. Shot by Capizzi, but fended off by a front headlock by Farrell. First period ends 7-2 in favor. Cody Anicha Farrell of DePaul. Capizzi of Passaic Valley in the white starts on bottom, back to his base, tries to peel out, doesn't get to escape, but he gets a favor, and he pushes Farrell into the stands on top of fans. There's going to be a point awarded there to Farrell.
Yes, that's,
I think they're calling it.
Oh, yep, I think so. I think they're pulling that one.
They called it a flagrant, and they called the match.
Yep, that's it.
They called the match. A very upset Capizzi throws his headgear. He's tangled up into police caution tape. He's knocked a chair over that almost hit an official. Farrell trying to follow him out of the gym here.
But just great job right there, just trying to maintain the professionalism, keeping control of that. And we're going to get ourselves right into the 190 final right here.
Let's not lose sight of the fact in that Farrell is your champion at 175 pounds.
And we're going to go right into the 190. I think they're just going to get some stuff figured out here a little bit, but we're going to go to 190 right now, and we'll get right into the final right here at 190 as both wrestlers are getting warmed up here. Nick Doctor, a senior from Clifton, versus Dante Benvenuti from Passaic Valley, a junior.
There are discussions going on among coaches and officials There is a security officer, police officer in here now, and there are officials sending text messages or notes right now. I don't think the penalties are done right now after that match at 175 pounds.
No, they're gonna do some deep discussion in terms of that. They're gonna do a lot of deep discussion about exactly what had happened right there and how that's gonna get fit right there. But
I would be really surprised if there's not additional, let's say, time off.
But now they got everything cleared up. Everything's all good now, so we're going over to the 90-pound final right here.
Senior Nick Doctor of Clifton, he is in the maroon. And Sean Vandelinda of Benvenuti of
Passaic Valley.
Passaic Valley in the white.
Just to talk a little bit about how both wrestlers got here today, we got Doctor, who came in, he's a top seed, got the pin in the quarterfinals round, and then he got a 6-1 decision over a really tough Pompton Lakes wrestler of Zeladini from Pompton Lakes, 6-1 decision right there. And Benvenuti got a pin in the quarterfinals, and then he got a 7-3 win over Vandelinda of Wayne Valley. So both wrestlers coming in with decision wins in the semis. And one of them is going to come out on top, but it's going to be really exciting to see how it all comes down.
No score thus far. We're a minute 15 into the first period here at 190 pounds. Still some conversations going on in various parts of the gym after the end of that last match. Doctor of Clifton in the maroon. Went to the ground, no score. All upper body right now.
The second matchup right here, unless anything drastically changes in the next 10 seconds. Another score that looks like it's going to go scoreless after one.
And this has been, I mean, the matches have been even. They've been very good, very entertaining wrestling matches.
And you're right, they absolutely have. And Clifton, they've been good up top for the last couple of years, having Galetta, Doctor, Isaac Kosimovsky, we're going to be seeing at heavyweight. And, you know, when Joe Bill was there 2 years ago, they have some really good upper weights, and they are representing well. They're going to be representing well in Atlantic City coming up next month. And Benvenuti gets in, he gets a reversal, and he's getting some back points on top.
Benvenuti, he's up high. Sorry, James. Benvenuti with the weight up high. He's got Doctor's shoulders exposed. Doctor trying to keep working his legs, trying to spin out of this. He's got a lot of time. 1:39, the time left when Benvenuti of Passaic Valley wins the 190-pound championship at a PCT with the pin. Big hug for his coach.
Great job right there by a 0-0 tie right there. Looked like it was going to be a tight match, but Benvenuti got the reversal, switched around, got the pin.
He made that happen fast.
Follow us on social media on Facebook, GardensCHSWrestling.com, on X, GardensCHSW, and on Instagram, GardensCHSWrestling. And like and subscribe on our YouTube page down below, and also hit the notification bell for all of your wrestling needs. Is what we call GardensCHSWrestling.com, your team, your county, and your site. And we're going to get over to the 250-pound final here.
Adam Masfedge of Wayne Hills, he'll be in the white. Adam Newfall of Wayne Valley, he'll be in the blue. Both seniors, they went out to the mat and were ready to start, and there was more discussion among the officials. They were sent off, and now they're brought back on. Now we're going to start the 215-pound final.
And these guys know each other very well, crosstown rivals.
Oh,
they only wrestled a couple of days ago, or a couple of weeks ago at least, really, too. Wayne Valley won that one, you know, avenging their loss last year to Wayne Hills. But Wayne Hills did lose a lot of wrestlers in the offseason. They lost a transfer of Decides who went to Bergen Catholic. So, you know, for them to be able to represent here at 215 with Adam Mashvej as a senior and capping off his senior season on a high note, it's, you know, it's great to see them being able to represent.
Upper body struggle between Mashvej and Newfall. Trying to get the single is Mashvej of Wayne Hills in the white. He gets the takedown, now tries to chop down Newfall's arm, turns the shoulders.
And this will be exciting to see. We got the takedown there from Mashvej. And getting in on the tilt right there is Mashvej.
Mashvej continuing to work, gets 3. He's built a 9-0 lead with 45 seconds left in the first period, trying to turn Newfall. Newfall pushing back into it, trying to counter it. Now they're out of bounds. They'll restart at the center of the mat. This and one more to go in what's been a pretty quick final.
It's gone by just like kind of like what we thought it was going to. We kind of thought this was going to go by pretty quick, and it has. You know, they really haven't taken a lot of breaks besides the last 2 rounds, really, and they were like very brief breaks. They really wrestled on the entire time here today.
They really did. Mashvej has Newfall by the waist, and he's got the shoulders turned back to a base for Newfall. 3 more points for Mashvej, 13-0 his lead. 2 back points finish this. There's 4, there's a 17-0 tech fall with 10.9 seconds left in the 215-pound final. Adam Mashvej of Wayne Hills, your 2025 PCT champion at 215 pound. Time for the heavyweights. Time for 285, James.
Can't wait for this one.
This one I've been looking forward to.
Got Isaac Asimovsky, a senior from Clifton. Mason Brancato from Pompton Lakes, a senior here as well. Brancato had a older brother, Remy Brancato, who wrestled at Bergen Catholic and was the state place winner there. So Mason's going to be wanting to do the same thing, but for Pompton Lakes. And they're just getting they're just trying to get their anklets put on and ready to go, figured out.
Anklets ready.
But yeah, either way, both wrestlers, they're going to know each other. Isaac, we've covered many times since we came into Passaic County, and anytime we've seen him wrestle at this weight, it's nothing but excitement.
Brancato in the maroon and black, Cardinals on the back, and he's got the green anklet. Kazamoski, predominantly maroon. They're out of bounds. We get a stoppage just 21 seconds into our final match of the PCT finals.
And kind of talking a little bit about like the team standings so far. We're looking at it right now. It's looking like it's a Wayne, as we talked about, Wayne Valley's up. It's 20 points even now. They're up, they have 178 points, so they're looking like they are the champions right here at the PCTs today. But PCTI is going to be finishing second. DePaul is going to be finishing third here. And then, of course, in the other 2, the 4th is going to be Clifton. Well,
they're at 116 pending the outcome of this match.
It's going to look like it. I mean, it is the last one, so Clifton will be in 4th, Passaic Valley 5th, and, you know, top 5 finishers here in the PCTs, looking like everything's all said and done here for all 5 teams, and great to see what happens here. But Brancato leading us 3-0.
Turning his hips is Kazamoski. Back to a base, 40 seconds to go in the opening period. Brancato of Pompton Lakes, 3-0 lead. Back to a base and trying to turn himself in is Kazamoski. They're just kind of hanging on the boundary line here. Inbounds enough to keep this going. tight waist, near arm. Brancato tried to turn the shoulders. With 7.6 seconds to go in the first period, we have a stalemate, and we will go to the center of the mat. Trying for the escape is Kazamoski.
Almost would have had it right there. A couple of more seconds, and if he would have gotten out that foot just a split second sooner, could have gotten it.
Brancato had the ankle, and the hand went up, but then they stopped it when the buzzer hit. So no points on that, 3-0 to lead.
Kazamovski's going to go bot on the start here.
Caution.
Yes, caution there on Brancato.
Trying for the switch is Kazamoski. He can't finish it. And driving the shoulder forward onto the midsection of Kazamoski is Brancato of Pompton Lakes. Trying to stand up, Kazamoski. He's brought right back down. Brancato with the 3-0 lead. He's got the arm barred. He's got the far arm. He's got shoulders exposed. Kazamoski's trying to roll through it. Swinging his hips back over is Brancato. He's in better position now, and he's the 285-pound champion of the Passaic County Tournament for 2025. A little flex for the fans. His arm raised in victory.
What a great showing there by Brancato. You can follow us on social media on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. And like and subscribe for all of our wrestling things that are coming up on YouTube. And also hit the subscribe button for all of your wrestling needs, whether we have any upcoming live streams or if we have any other podcast coming up as well too on our YouTube page. It's what we call GardenStateHSWrestling.com. It's your team, it's your county, and it is your site.
Welcome to the Harrington Company's Press Box. John Kovach with James Clarke. Well, that had a little bit of everything.
I think it's everything that we expected, right? I think we
expect a little more.
I think we expected competition. I think we expected some chippiness here and there. I think we also expected some guys to really do what they can. But overall, it was great day of wrestling. As I said earlier, it's an underrated wrestling tournament as well. But there's a lot of great things that are coming into this, and you know the wrestlers that wrestled here today won it. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to Wayne Valley clinching it earlier, being the team title. That's a great honor right there to win a county title. But overall, great day of wrestling. Went by pretty smoothly. No issues in terms of technology-wise, so that's always a good thing.
Plus. That's always a plus. But good matches. Tremendous defensive match. That match between McConnell and Gilletta.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we talk about, right? We like seeing defensive wrestling. Right. We like seeing guys that are physical, but if they keep the score low, it just keeps things very interesting as long as the action keeps going. And that's exactly what happened in that match right there. And it'll be interesting to see who comes out as the OW. But overall, I think it was a really good day with a lot of great matches and everything that we expected from today.
And check us out. We'll have updates on who the outstanding wrestler is. As in one of the wrestlebacks, somebody almost lands on our camera right in front of us. Maybe it's time we get out of here for our own safety.
They're just finishing up on the third place matches over here at heavyweight. So, but yeah, great day today. Great job. And we like to take the time to thank West Milford High School as well, too, for allowing us to be a part of this today, as well as our sponsors. John?
I want to thank our sponsors. The finals of the PCT were brought to you thanks to J. Alexander Fine Jewelers and Jimmy the Barbers of West Milford. Other local sponsors today, Grasshopper Irish Pub and Restaurant, Thomas Ziegenbalg Insurance, a State Farm agent, Frank's Pizza, an Italian restaurant of West Milford, Motorhead's Garage, and then there's our sponsors all year, Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, Forum Coffee, and then we're going to say goodnight from the Harrington Company's press box. For James Clarke, this is John Kovach. For our crew here and elsewhere, thank you all for everything you did. Thanks for tuning in for the PCT Finals on GardenStateHSWrestling.com.